call to order the City of Prospect Heights Tourism District Board regular meeting. We'll do roll call. Chairman Chen. Commissioner Dolick.
Here.
Commissioner Austin here. And then Commissioner. All right. Approval of the minutes. December 4th, 2024 Tourism District Board regular meeting minutes. Does someone want to make a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Someone want a second? All right, we'll do a quick roll call. Chairman Chen.
Here.
Commissioner Dolick.
Aye.
And then Commissioner Austin, aye. And then we'll head into new business. Do you want to take it over?
Yes, of course. Quarterly disbursement for this upcoming on the financial. So quarterly disbursement for our property, Hilton, will be $12,950, and Crampon quarterly will be $4,428. Holiday Inn quarterly $2,725. Motel 6 $3,500. Cherrywood Inn quarterly $138. And obviously contingent on all proper paperwork submitted. Our hotel will be submitting that shortly after this meeting. We will figure out about the current situation. The rest of the hotels, I believe they have not submitted any paperwork previously, so I assume so as well. Moving on to the
Actually, we'll just make a motion.
Oh,
to-
sure.
Can
For
I
those
make something?
yeah, you can go ahead. I thought you were going to.
So we didn't mention in here any timing on these numbers, so that's why I passed out this other sheet.
Okay.
These numbers here, if you'll notice, are for fiscal 26 budgeted. Those are the quarterly numbers for beginning May 1st. So this last quarter of fiscal 25, when you're going to submit, the numbers are in the fiscal 25 column. So these requests will be due within the next 60 days to be able to be captured within fiscal 25. Then starting in fiscal 26, those will be the numbers in, that are on the agenda. Those are fiscal 26 numbers.
So technically we're still in fiscal 25.
Yes, our year end is April 30th of 25, and we approve this first quarter of 26 numbers because your next meeting isn't going to be till after the first quarter ends, and folks might want to submit that before the next meeting. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we kind of have over that. So I just want to clarify the
Yeah.
time.
All right, so does someone want to make a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
And a second?
Second.
All right, roll call. Chairman Chen.
Aye.
Commissioner Dillon.
Aye.
Commissioner Austin, aye. All right.
Beautification updates from Director Rothschild.
Yes, he actually printed out a memo that everyone should have. Just asked me to read through some of these real quick. So for beautification for 25-26, on the same path as the last few years, we plan to keep within the budget of $65,000. This covers spring cleanup, weekly maintenance, summer beautification, mulch additions, irrigation system work, fall plantings, banner upkeep, summer tree lighting, holiday tree lights, and the utility expenses, just water power there. And then seasonal banner changes have great impact along the corridor. We'll be moving to the spring bubble soon. And there will need to be at least 4 new winter tree banners purchased this year, as a few were damaged over the last months. And that's what he had for his beautification updates.
I will make the motion to approve.
That one we don't have to, sorry. I know it's
Okay.
confusing.
Cool.
The rest of them were all good.
Good. And then moving on to building and development update.
Yes, Director Pearson did not have an update today. He's unable to attend, so let's skip on through that one.
Police report.
Yes, good morning. Our tourism district officer, Blanco, was unable to attend today, so I am going to present his report dated December 2024 to February 2025. As you remember, Officer Blanco is our tourism district officer and is assigned to the tourism district. Some key updates he wanted us to know that Crown Plaza, Pamela Anderson reached out to him, expressed concerns regarding homeless people coming into the lobby to shelter from the cold. It's no secret that near the hotel zone, near the tourism district zone, in the unincorporated area of the woods near the lake, near the river, there are homeless encampments. There always have been. It is not Prospect Heights property. It is technically forest preserve property. However, the homeless people during extreme weather, they look to find shelter. I encourage all hotel owners, managers, directors to contact 911 if they do see these issues. We have learned that hotel staff has not been contacting 911 when this has been going on, and we're unable to do much in those situations. We can assist them in trying to find shelters or provide food. Holiday Inn, the staff expressed the same concerns. Their homeless people are walking into the lobby, they're grabbing food out of the breakfast area. Once again, they did not call 911. I would imagine most of these individuals, they feel bad for the homeless population, the employees, but please do call 911. Hilton reported no new issues. Motel 6 reported no new issues. Players Pub and the Prospect Inn. If you recall, Sherwood Inn is now called the Prospect Inn. They reported no issues either. Milwaukee Plaza, we have received a large number of complaints regarding the homeless population from the Papworth management, and we have been working to address that concern diligently by patrolling the plaza and creating extra watches for our patrol to monitor the plaza. The issue with the plaza is that the homeless population majority of them are trespassed from coming onto the plaza property. The reason being is because they loiter in the area without having any official business to conduct. They bother patrons, customers, business owners, and they panhandle for money. So we've been working diligently. We have had a number of arrests over the last 2 weeks for criminal trespass to property involving some of these individuals, and we continue to provide the extra watch service to potentially curb this issue that's going on with the Rocky's American Grill. Officer Blanco spoke with a Rocky's manager who was concerned regarding deportations and undocumented employees at the establishment. Officer Blanco assured the manager that the Prospect Heights Police Department does not work in getting individuals deported. It is not, immigration status is not our concern, nor is it an enforceable offense by state and local governments. That's something that's handled by the federal government. We assure them that there's no need to worry and fear from the Prospect Heights Police Department. That is not something we handle, and as far as we're aware and know, there has been no federal projects or initiatives in our area to target undocumented individuals. And just as a reminder, the individuals that are being targeted are individuals that have ties to criminal connections, criminal gangs, organizations, and have been criminally charged in the past with serious crimes. They're not targeting just regular, hardworking individuals. Notable calls for service. Crown Plaza had 5 calls for service from December through February for this reporting period. Nothing that was noteworthy other than a stolen auto. Victim had a vehicle stolen by a romantic partner. Partner believed he had permission to use the vehicle, however he didn't. The vehicle was driven to the west side of Chicago where it went missing. It was later found in Chicago and returned to the victim. Holiday Inn had 6 calls for service, nothing noteworthy. The Hilton had 10 calls for service. 2 calls that were worth mentioning: an investigation in which a plastic bag containing a shirt with what appeared to be blood was found in the parking lot. The shirt was processed by our evidence technicians, and unfortunately we're not able to discover any evidentiary value on the shirt utilizing that dry blood. There was a battery reported where during the military entrance processing, recruits were staying at the Hilton, and the recruits were waiting to be sent out to basic training. While the victim was sleeping, another recruit battered him because he thought that the other recruit was an intruder in his room. The offender was arrested and processed. Motel 6, 38 calls for service from December to February. We had an ambulance assist in which a male subject claimed that other subjects were attempting to break into his room. After inspecting the room, it was determined that he was under the influence of cocaine, and no such incident took place. Preliminary investigation revealed that he might have bought the cocaine somewhere near in that area. Investigators and detectives are looking into the matter. There was a warrant arrest where a male subject called 911 stating he was sexually assaulted by an unknown person. It was later determined that the male subject, the caller, was suffering from mental health issues, including schizophrenia. It turned out that he had 2 active warrants out of Lake County. He was arrested, processed, and transported to the Lake County Sheriff's Office. Players Club had 12 calls for service. 1 call of importance was a battery in which a homeless male subject punched another homeless male subject in the face over a cigarette, and no arrests were made due to mutual combatants, and nobody wanted to sign criminal complaints. Prospect Inn had 3 calls for service, nothing noteworthy. Rocky's American Grill had 9 calls for service, one of them being an aggravated battery, in which the victim was grabbed behind from the Rocky's bouncer and thrown to the ground after an altercation. The victim turned out to be the offender on a different matter that started inside of the establishment, and that's why the security had to escort this individual out. That is all that I have. Officer Blanco reports, other than these calls, there has been no issues that have been reported to them.
One quick question about when people are trespassed from Milwaukee Plaza and they return and they're arrested again, I know there have been changes due to the Safety Act. Are they just given another citation and asked to leave? For how long does that go on, or what's the ultimate?
That's a very good question. So in September of 2023, Illinois pushed out what's called the Safety Act and made a lot of changes to law enforcement in this state. One of them being how Class B and C misdemeanors are processed. To where normally, prior to the Safety Act, any misdemeanor or felony offense, an individual would get arrested and they would be brought to the police department for processing, fingerprinting, and a photo to be taken. Now, with Class B and C misdemeanors, criminal trespass being one of them, we are instructed to process these individuals on the scene. There is no more cash bond, no more bail bond. So, with that being said, there is no money to be paid. If it's a Class B, C, or A misdemeanor and non-detainable felonies, they're not going to be held any longer than they would be held for the amount that it takes to process. They're not going to be sent off to court unless they meet 2 thresholds, dangerousness and willful flight, but that's a different story. So to your question, yes, they are released on the scene. However, if we deem them to be a threat to the society, to the population in the area, we can remove them from the property, take them back to the police station, and have them figure out a way to get back to wherever it is that they belong. We have found that these individuals that are criminally trespassed are returning to the property because they have nowhere else to go. We've tried working with them, offering them services, shelters. However, they've been in the area for years. And while some of these businesses report these issues, a lot of the business owners feel bad for them. They offer them food, they offer them snacks and so forth. And so they enable them, and that's why they keep coming back. But we try to, at the very least, remove them from the property to alleviate the problem that, unfortunately, they do end up coming back. We're not allowed to lock them up and have them sit in our station for 12 hours. That we can do. But the last round of arrests that we did, a lot of them had warrants because a lot of these individuals are unable to go to court. And so with those warrants, we were able to transport them to the courthouse, the 3rd District Courthouse. And a couple of them came back the next day. And so it's a battle, but we're trying our best. Unfortunately, a lot of the residents, a lot of the business owners, they feel bad for them, and they keep giving into this issue. So we keep continuously working with the officers, with the building property managers, with the residents in the area, and this is the entire east side of Pepperell area.
Okay.
Yeah, and then lastly, I did want to mention the flock conduct cameras have been working really well in helping us resolve a lot of investigative, form a lot of investigative leads and conduct a lot of good surveillance when crimes occur. So those have been working really nicely. That's all I have. Thank you.
Old business.
Old business from,
Yeah, so for that's from Director Osquez. On his memo he gave out that, again, everyone has, just some things he wanted to highlight from last year's projects. Chief Derby just mentioned the camera installations completed, they're all up and running, and they've heard a lot of positive comments so far, and success stories from the police. The city entry sign will be located northbound on Milwaukee near Pricer Animal Hospital will be installed this spring after some delays with IDOT. Two Prospect Heights Big Summer events are gearing up for an excellent turnout this year. The Block Party on June 21st and Rock the Run on June 28th. And then lastly, the Winkelman Streetlight projects. Good interest from contractors for the project and awarded the low bid to Utility Dynamics for $90,950. They have a very good reputation and plan to get started in the spring. Once construction schedule is submitted, Director Roscoe will share with the board an update. It will impact Hilton and Crown traffic a little bit, but they will work to alleviate that as much as possible. I'm excited about this project. It's been at least 7 years in the making. That was all the old project updates from Director Roscoe.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
When you mentioned spring, you mean spring 2025?
It's a good question. I would,
Coming now.
yeah, I would guess this spring, especially if it already went out to bid.
Gotcha. Please let us know, I'll let you know that whatever assistance we will call out on.
Perfect.
Awesome. Any old business from finance department?
Nothing to report.
All right. Moving on, Director Peters.
Same from him, nothing to report.
And lastly, any old business or old project updates from Officer Blanco Police Department?
No, sir.
Awesome. Any public comment?
Not seem like it.
And I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
And then all in favor?
Aye.